This is a how to find the equation of a straight line given 2 points on that line. Okay, so I just made this question up. Find the equation of the straight line through the points A, which is negative 3, 2, and it also goes through the point B, which is 4, negative 6. Now I have no idea if we're going to get whole numbers out or what. It doesn't matter though, it's exactly the same process if it's whole numbers or not. In your formula booklets for IB, for MYP, and for Diploma, you get these formulas. The first one is your formula for a straight line, y equals mx plus c, and the second formula, m equals y2 take y1 over x2 take away x1. That is the formula for gradient, okay? M stands for gradient. So if I'm working out the equation of a straight line, I need two things. I need to figure out, first off, the gradient, okay? And I'm going to use this formula. So we take our 2 points. I'm going to label x comes first. This is my x coordinate. Let's call this one x1. And we'll call this one y1. So x1, y1. Take this point. And I'm going to call this is my x coordinate. That's x2. My y coordinate, y2. And I'm going to use my formula. y2 take y1. So what is y2? Negative 6. And I subtract off y1. y1 is 2. Divided by x2, which is 4, and I'm subtracting off x1, and x1 is negative 3. So just be careful with your positive and negatives, just put your numbers straight into the formula, okay? It's just substitution. Subtracting off x1, and I'm subtracting off x1 is a negative number. So I can put these into my calculator. Negative 6 take away negative 2, it's negative 8. 4 take away negative 3, that's the same as 4 plus 3, which is 7. So I get a rather nasty looking fraction, but I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? It's negative, so that is telling me that this line is sloping downwards. Okay, so I've got my value for m, which is negative 8 over 7. So I've already got half of the information. The last bit I need to figure out is this value of c. And I can do this just by taking any point on the line, okay? I can use either A or B, it doesn't matter. I can pick whichever one I want. Let's pick A, and I'm going to take the value for A, and I'm going to substitute it into my equation. Okay, so what's the value of y? The value of y is 2. I've got my value for my gradient. What's the value of x? X is negative 3. And c is the value I'm working out. Okay, so you see whenever I substitute the point in, I know what x and y is, I know what the gradient is. That means the only thing I don't know is c, which is the y-intercept. So let's work this out. So I've got 2, I'm multiplying fractions. This is negative 3 over 1, so that becomes negative 8 times negative 3, positive 24. That's divided by 7 plus c. So I'm just going to take this up here. And then have to solve this equation. So I'm going to subtract 24 over 7 from both sides. So I'll just write out the equation again, and I will do the working. So subtract 24 over 7 from here, subtract 24 over 7 from here. And we're going to do this without a calculator. 2 take away 24 over 7. We need a common denominator. Let's make it 7. So if I multiply the 1 by 7, I get 7. Multiply the top. That makes sense. 14 divided by 7 is 2. That makes sense. 14 take away 24 is negative 10. So when I take away that, I get negative 10 over 7 is equal to c. So I've worked out my value of m, the gradient. I've now worked out the value of c, which is my y-intercept. So the equation of my straight line is, let's use a different color, y equals the gradient, negative 8 over 7 times x plus c. So I'm plussing negative 10 over 7, which is just the same as taking away 10 over 7. So that is the equation of the straight line that passes through these 2 points.